talk to us about this bullpen situation, man. Only using one lefty is pretty bold.
Right. So there's the overview of it right now. The group that they've had for most of the year, they have had quite a bit of continuity that George Soriano's spot has shuffled around. Like, it's an interesting group overall. 6 of those 8 names have had their positive moments, but this is quietly like the rotation is a big concern with this team as well, outside of Max. But the bullpen's been a problem too, in a way that for a team that is hanging around right now, I just don't think they can be complacent. I'm just unclear in terms of why it is that, in particular, George Serrano, Tyler Phillips, when they acquired Tyler Phillips, I thought he was an emergency starting depth. He was a guy that had been a starter for most of his professional career. He was out of options. He got DFA'd by the Phillies at the time. And like, he had a low ERA through his first few outings, but there wasn't a moment where he had a real role on this bullpen. And that is, he was the one that brought the Reds back into that game in that series opener. When it looked like Marlins might cruise to a win, it was Phillips that made it a little bit more dicey than it should have been, in a way that he hasn't lost them many games yet. It's just that I'm kind of underwhelmed by how complacent they've been, because they're getting so much good production in Triple-A Jacksonville, like very quietly. The pitching in both Double-A and Triple-A has been amazing so far this year. We had an article from Alex Carver on about the pitch calling down there. And while there's been mixed results in the low minors, it's been amazing in the upper minors in terms of guys that, so many guys that are having just a lot of success down there. And we're reaching a point of the season where, if you feel like there are room to improve on your actual major league roster, there are guys that are just a level below knocking on the door. I think we should just see some, that we're going to see eventually a fresh arm have to come in, as we did last weekend. This is a constant process where there are going to be changes due to fresh arms, but it just feels complacent to me that Soriano and Phillips are hanging around, just given the alternatives down there in AAA. I can show you some of the guys down there and the numbers that they're putting up, because it's a big collection if you include even guys that are starters in the minors and could have value in the big leagues. During spring training, one of the guys that really stood out was Jansen Junk, and they've stretched him out as a starter. Maybe they want to continue doing that, but it's hard to believe that he couldn't come up right now and be more valuable than a Phillips or a Soriano. And then look at the ERAs just all the way up and down from those guys that are in Jacksonville's bullpen right now. Josh Simpson has allowed 1 run, and he's a lefty. And John Rooney has allowed 1 run, and he's a lefty. I'm not saying these guys are perfect. Cade Gibson got his opportunity and then had to be, I think that was even controversial, the fact that they sent him down just to get Soriano back up. Like, it's just, as currently constructed, all due respect to Lake Bacher, I don't think there's a single guy in this current bullpen that you have unconditional trust in, where there's just going to be a lot of time. You're just going to need strength in numbers. You're going to have almost everybody in this bullpen have some sort of value to the current group. And to me, I just feel like they're being a little bit complacent. And this is a story to monitor just in Jacksonville. All the guys that are performing down there well down there. Last one I want to shout out is Seth Martinez, the guy that was twice DFA'd by the Marlins in spring training. He's still in the organization. He struck out 14 guys in 7 1/3 scoreless innings. He's been nearly perfect down there. He's been in the big leagues. He's the one guy here that has the most substantial big league experience and actual results. So maybe there's not pressure to make the move right now, but I just feel like very soon you got to give some of these guys a real opportunity compared to the low leverage guys in the current pen, because right now it's just not as deep a unit as others around the league. And if they want to give themselves any sort of chance at continuing to overachieve, you got to make some sort of decisions, even if it means DFAing some players that you're familiar with.
I know we spoke about it last night, but just look at the walks per 9 for some of this. Seems to be a theme with Triple-A Jacksonville's bullpen. I'm not sure what's going on, but these guys like Simpson, Rooney, and Roberts, they're just walking a ton of guys. So maybe that's what's turning them off. But I agree that I think no competent bullpen should be having Soriano pitch in a close game like he did yesterday. I think that was waving the white flag practically.
Yeah, and it's something that should certainly bite them. Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
Yeah, and then not to give you the Alex Carver speak, but you even go down to Double-A. I mean, Eknes has been unhittable. I mean, that guy is really good. He could easily skip Triple-A, in my opinion, come right up. That's the Carver speak. But even the Double-A bullpen's been pretty good. I know Dale Stanovich a little bit older, whereas I think that would help Isaac out in the call-up contest. So I'm sure you would be cool with that. Adam Last, No, Stanovich, Dale
Oh
Stanovich.
yeah, that's stud.
I mean, McCambly's been there for a while now too. I mean, at least get him to Triple-A for the love of God. He's gotten off to a nice start for what it's worth.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that. I know he had a lot of injuries last year, but there's even guys in Double-A that could come up right now and help this team. But I think, I mean, and Isaac was mentioning it, like that, this Triple-A bullpen was atrocious last year. Like it wasn't even close to good. So to see the change in, just a year, how much better it is, not even at Triple-A, but at Double-A as well. It's good to see, and it shows that the depth is a lot better than what it was a year ago. And you're not calling up the Sean Andersons or the Roddery Munozes of the world to come up and help your bullpen out.